Hello YouTubers and welcome to some more Stoneshard. Today, we'll be starting a new run. Any previous part? Yeah, that's fine. Osbrook, 1 week later. And as always, we are skipping dialogue.
The caravan is gone. My leg is crippled.
He took an arrow to the knee. Alright. Yorgrim, here we have him. Berserker Frenzy. For each enemy killed, receive plus 15% weapon damage and plus 20% crit efficiency for 10 turns. I could have sworn that it was lower than that. Wasn't it 10-10 at some point? So he's been buffed a little bit, as far as I recall. And I don't know anything about Yorgrim. He does swords, maces, axes, shields, and... Swords, maces, axes, and shields, yeah. Anyway, I've kind of decided that we were going for
Ask the innkeeper about local events.
Baron, I'm trying to have a talk here. I've decided to go double axes, but not guaranteed. We will let it be up to chance for a little while. And I have sort of a thematic build in mind that I teased a little bit in the genre playthrough that we are going to attempt to follow up on. Oh, let's see what starting equipment Yorgrim has, first of all. Dwarven axe. Is Yorgrim a dwarf? Maybe he's a dwarf. Oh, here, okay. Dwarf. I didn't realize there were races in this game. I wonder what the other classes are for races. Alright. Natives of the Fjall Mountains. So apparently dwarves in this world are kind of barbaric. Alright. He's got fur vest. That's a really bad chest piece, but okay, we can of course replace it with a worn cloak. Belt here looks special, yeah. Yorgrim's belt. Increased crit chance and lowered cooldown duration. Nature resistance +1 is useless. It's not even that good of a belt. Extra crit chance is nice. 5% cooldown duration means that if an ability has a cooldown of 20 turns, you get 1 off. So 5% on its own is very little. But it can stack with other cooldown durations, so it can eventually become good. Traveling shoes. Yorgrim's amulet. Magic resistance +3. Accuracy +3 and crit +3. Okay, that's a good amulet. Alright. Its surface is skillfully engraved with symbols. Perhaps even so skillfully for a piece of dwarven... Perhaps even too skillfully for a piece of dwarven jewelry. Yorgrim doesn't speak much about the amulet's origins, alright. The belt. This belt used to be generously decorated with scalps and severed fingers, but Aldorian folks didn't look kindly on it, so Yorgrim had to get rid of his trophies. Okay, he's a bit of a barbarian just from the outlook. And a fur vest. It won't protect you from anything but cold, though the dwarves of Fjall don't need more than this. Okay. Alright, we can go and maybe get some gloves early or upgrade boots as we usually do. Let's go and grab... Let's try not grabbing a quest. I know someone has told me already how to go about that. You can go to the quest location, just do it and come back with the result and deliver it as if you had completed, had the quest in the first case. You don't, but if you go and take a quest, then you get a timer that you can fail the quest on, as far as I understand. So let's try not taking one. Just from the outset. This time, disenchantment scrolls are pink, enchantment scrolls are green, and identification scrolls are also green. Light green and dark green, respectively. I think they are slightly different color, but not enough. That's sort of annoying, and it's going to be for the whole run, but what can I do? Alright. What are we doing before we go out? Oh, we need to go and grab the weapons in here. We need to get a bow. I don't think, as much as this dwarf here is supposed to be a melee berserker, I don't think we can do without the bow. In we go with the bow. So before we go out, I need to go and buy medical supplies. Also, maybe give a bit more food. Cheese is decent. Oh, is this not the town where they sell cheese? A little, okay. Yeah, it's fine. Do we have any gold remaining? Not a lot. Oh, but we can sell some of these items, of course. Medical supplies are a must. Especially because we will be doing heavily on melee. Going heavily on melee. I'm going lower on bandages than I used to. Because of our discoveries in the journal playthrough, we learned that bleedings are not often that worrisome. Anything to sell to this guy? No. But anything to buy? Maybe? No. Well, okay, we can buy these leather braces for 79 gold. That's pretty cheap. Yeah. And that just gives us a little bit of benefit. Lower fumble chance, higher crit and counter chance, and various resistances that will help us out. The early encounters will be the hardest. As always. I don't know, maybe Yorgrim is just gonna kick butt. I doubt it though. And Anna, the other melee character, had the advantage of starting with a really good chest piece. Here we don't really have anything, and we don't have a shield, so we need to rely on killing the opponent really quickly. Which is not a bad thing. Let's buy some more food if we can afford it. And a potato, sure. Alright, let's go to the bandit fort first. That is usually the lowest tier dungeon. And we haven't put anything in skill points yet. What was his things? We had swords, axes, maces, and greatswords? No? Shields? Oh, we get shields, huh? So no one starts with greatswords? No, Anna starts with greatswords. Okay. Axes. Mutilating lunge. Axes are all about body part damage, as far as I recall. Yeah, you damage the opponent's limbs, which is really, really good. It's gonna make people unable to hit us in return. Or having trouble with it. It's kind of like adding debuffs to your enemy in a fight. And then ferocity here, inflicting injury reduces cooldown duration for this skill tree by two turns. That's really nice. How long is the cooldown on this mutilating lunge? Is 8, and then the next one here, cut through. Where's the stance? We always want to try to get a stance. Massacre. Alright, that's probably the one we should beeline for if we take access. And I kind of promised access, and I really want to do access, so this is what we're doing. And this Massacre sounds really, really cool. It gives us extra crit chance, body part damage, and armor penetration and bleed chance. Each successful critical strike or bleed prolongs the duration but decreases the number of stacks by 2. Okay. Yeah, that's a good one. So Mutilating Lunge, then Cut Through, 2 abilities. And I think that's a good idea, honestly, to get some energy spending abilities. Reprisal here. Each injury affecting the target grants your attacks plus 5 accuracy and crit chance. Nice. Alright. And this one. So the first one gives us body part damage and an extra bleed chance. If this attack fails to inflict injury, decrease the cooldown of the skills by 60%. Okay. So if it does not injure, we get it back faster. That's really good. And then this one here, Cut Through, delivers a strike with extra damage, extra armor penetration, and extra armor damage. And each injury affecting the target empowers the strike for 28% extra damage. So you want to do Mutilate Lunge always first, and if it fails, you want to probably wait until this comes off of cooldown, then do it again. Let's see, 8 turns, then 60% off of 8 turns is... Well, 33% of 9 is 3, so 33% of 8 would be 2 point something, and then it's a little bit less than 66, so about 3 turns. Probably if you round up. 3 turns of cooldown if it fails. We'll find out shortly. Yeah, we will find out shortly. We are gonna just do this. What's Tormenting Swings? Critical strikes with axes apply -20 bleed resistance and -7% maximum health to the enemy, surely, for 5 turns. Yeah. Ah, that's not super good, but whatever. Alright. Off we go. So, back to this one in here. This is kind of the opposite of Dervin's trait. Whenever Dervin spots an enemy, he's better against them for 10 turns. Jorgrim is not good when he spots enemies, and until he has killed one enemy, then he has 10 turns with a buff to make it, with increased damages and stuff, where you wanna at least try to get a new enemy in vision and shoot an arrow at them, maybe. Right, it would boost arrows as well, surely. Weapon damage, increased efficiency, so yeah. And you have to consider... You have to consider that it usually takes 10 turns to walk to an opponent when you spot them at first, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And they will be walking to you too. Well, let's just say 5 turns of the 10 turns, at the very least, is often wasted on just walking towards your next opponent. If they are even in vision, or maybe you have to go and find some first, in which case the frenzy will be absolutely wasted. So this will allow for late game, we can just aggro a whole stack and then try to kill one early, and then rake in the benefits of this skill. But you can't do that early because it would be super dangerous. I'm thinking about fighting this bear and just dying early and restarting, because we haven't really done anything. But then I have to do town management again, and who wants to watch that twice in the first episode? I doubt it. So we will let the bear live. We spare the bear, as if that was in my power. I have no doubt in my mind that we would have died a gruesome death if I had attempted anything other than to run. Let's see how we do against a wolf. Look at the range here. Me complaining about the Geomancer involved the range at which you can do boulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A standard bow can shoot 8 tiles, and the Geomancer can put up her boulder at range 13. Insane. It's more than double, no, more than 1.5 times the range that I can shoot my bow. Right? We only want to fight one wolf at a time. I don't know even how we will do against the wolf. So Mutilating Lunge allows me to jump to him, but that doesn't give us any benefit, so there's no reason why I wouldn't take an extra shot here. Then switch, then Mutilating Lunge. And it looks like that. He starts bleeding. Yorgrim starts bleeding in the head, okay. Deals damage over time, lowers energy unit restoration, and lowers healing efficiency. Yeah, inspect, he's got the same bleeding. Now I wonder if that counts as an injury. I don't think it will. Each injury affecting the target. Oh, okay, so that would be the easy way to tell. If this attack fails to inflict injury, decrease the cooldown of the skill by 60%. So we look at the cooldown. The cooldown is indeed 3. So the bleed that it inflicted did not count as an injury. Good to know. Alright. What do we get it at for percentage of damage or life? The question is whether I should just fire off Cut Through right now and ignore that it doesn't give the extra damage. But we could do Mutilating Lunge in 3 turns. But the wolf would probably be dead by then. After we do the 3 attacks and then a Mutilating Lunge, I would expect the wolf to be dead. So we might as well cut through earlier. And that got the Mutilating Lunge off of cooldown immediately, because why? Yeah, I don't know. The cooldown on the mutilating lunge was 3 a moment ago, but now it's off of cooldown. Here's something that I don't understand. What just happened? How did that happen? Nothing about that in here. Inflicting injury reduces cooldown for this duration for this skill by 2 turns. And we did inflict an injury. Probably what's going on right now, and that's my hypothesis, is that ferocity is active and it's not correctly coded to be not active when you haven't taken it at level 1. Huh. Yeah, and then I did the thing here. Did it do an injury? It didn't specify. No. But this one went from cooldown 8 to cooldown 4 immediately after. Weird. Okay, but can we get away with not using a bandage here is my question. Yep. Not a problem. Back to the bow. Probably go and rest up a bit. That was a fine engagement, all things considered. But we took damage, and we could have easily taken a lot more if I had been unlucky. So if anything, that tells me that we cannot find more than one wolf at a time, which I already knew, but you never know for sure until you try it. Oops. Now I can't hit. There we go. And another one. Nice. Oh, and now we anchored 2. And we ran out of arrows? No. But now we can use Yorgrim's ability. This is a 2% health, this wolf, so it's perfect. Let's not use an ability on it. Oh, but then I failed twice. Okay. Now we are on a counter, and I wish... I've mentioned this before, but I wish that the character traits, when they're active, they would give like a buff or something, something visual with a countdown or whatever. It should be active now. Did it give an injury, this thing? Yes, so now cut through will do more damage. 33. Okay. Ow. We got an injury off of that, so I have to heal or use a splint on the head. Alright, and we are in pain. But the bleeding, I hope, will go away. Yeah. So the new theory that I'm working with is just simply ignoring bleeding every time it happens. Because using a bandage on it is a resource. And the other thing that I was thinking about doing with this playthrough, and we will be doing it, is eating a lot of mushrooms and becoming insane early on. Oh, Death Cap does have a benefit. You give 1 hunger off of them. I see. And lose a lot of sanity, so it's perfect. Let's get some more Flyer Garrig and Pine Cap. Are we gonna eat Death Cap ever? We could do a Flyer Garrig because it lowers pain, and we have pain going right now, so this would be quite helpful. It gives us 40% intoxication. Let's kill this deer while we're running around waiting for my health to come back up. Ah, this is a bad spot. Because if I come in here, it's going to run up that way. If I come in from the other side, it's going to run this way. So we're going to have to try to shoot it. Okay. Yeah, I don't like using the bow with non-archery characters. For this reason. Alright. Let's see if we can catch the stupid deer? No. I get one shot at it here. Okay. Well, the other one is a venison, right? Arrows. Come up here. We can at least pick them all up in one swoop like that. Let's go back to the town. And sell these. I don't think the death caps are viable, but we are gonna collect fly agarics and use them to go insane early on. Wolf is spotted. We can't fight another wolf right now. This was fine. We actually need to do more hunting. I think the best option would be to hunt until we're level 2. There's the bear again. Before we go down into the dungeon. At least that's what I did with my Dervin run, but Dervin it's way easier to hunt with Dervin. Not that you shouldn't hunt anyway. It's not that we want to get, because the deer and bunnies and boars, they give no XP. We want to fight with wolves or bandits. Let's buy another splint. Maybe this guy also want to buy some mushrooms off of me. I've never tried selling them to him. Nah, he doesn't care. Alright, well we do need another splint. Which he doesn't have, of course. Alright. Yeah, that's kind of tough. Okay. Let's see if we can sell before shops close. I know they're going home, but sometimes we can talk to them inside their home before they close here. No. God damn it. So we have to sleep in the town to sell. And the starting weapons 22 and 20 I noticed was pretty good. Pretty good for starting weapons. What am I buying here? Let's just buy a dumpling and then say, allow me to save 1 day. Go. Could I not afford it? I can afford it. Should be fine. Oh, with the apple. Don't forget the free apple. Leave until morning. Is there anything I should store here early on? Running around with a smoked ham. Don't need it. We also don't need the map right now. We have leeches at the start. Huh. Alright. Off we go. Let's go murder some fools. And a bit of foraging with mushrooms means that we will have to buy food less often. Do we need to do the leaving town checklist? Not really. I need to repair my armor, but that I think is about it. Should be fairly cheap. And we also... What's happening here? What goods are you looking for? Are you not open? Why? Didn't we sleep until morning? Walk away. What's happening here? We talked with the tailor earlier and was able to buy from him or sell to him. So I don't know why we can't now. Let's buy some arrows. Say that works, and then go back to the tailor. Show me your goods. Nice. And pair. 2 coins. 3 coins. Okay. Better boots. Hide boots. Oh, we can't afford it. Okay, never mind. Ah, I should go and get Varen's ring, but now I don't want to go back to the tavern. Oh, you know what? We should sell that meat that we started with. I don't know why. I mean, okay, we start with meat because we're a dwarf. So he needs his alcohol, but I don't want to use it. I want to sell it. Is it good for a remedy? For the pain, we will use fly agaric. So no. Then, what was the other thing? I forgot. I feel like there was something else that I wanted to do. And there is. We'll do it in here. We'll go up here and cook food. Oh, venison. Okay. Still feel like there's something I'm forgetting. Oh, Varen's ring. God damn it. Alright. Never mind. Now we're leaving. Adventure. Let's go off the beaten path a little bit. See if we get some foraging and maybe some wolves. Also, fly agaric is good. And so going insane early will have benefits and downsides. I don't know which of the positive traits like positivity, second wind, heroism, and optimism is the name of the thing. Those things are either tied to morale or sanity, and I don't know exactly which one is tied to what. I can guess at it, but your guess is as good as mine. Here's some wolves, at least one. Let's kill it. Come over here, I need the XP. Okay, it aggroed onto me. Die! Yeah, it didn't die. Okay, we didn't get the injury, but I think I'll do cut through anyway, and it worked out. A critical hit for 41 damage. Nice. Then you gotta reload, because we have 2 stacks of arrows to manage now. I'll try to make the bow obsolete early, but I think at the very least, at level 1, it would be silly to not use the range advantage. Now, we didn't get a single bow hit on this guy, so here's a test of our skills without it. It does have an injury now. Yeah, we can kill them, it's not a problem. Would be nice to weaken them a little bit before they come into melee, though. It just means less durability damage on my weapons and less likely to take injuries. Now we only have 1 splint, remember, so I would rather not. Eat pine caps until we're not hungry anymore. Just eat them all. It's not going to make us go to 0 anyway. It will clear some inventory space. Okay. We could go to the dungeon now. I'm sure we would level during the dungeon. Maybe if we could kill 1 more wolf pack, it would be quite nice. Let's eat a fly agaric, just to get that sanity loss going. Now, is this where the quest location was? Yes. Okay, let's start murdering bandits. And so the bow is at least very important for this part, and I messed it up by misclicking. Great. I was about to say for aggroing them 1 at a time. So, super well done by me. Did we get the injury? No. Still no injury. Okay, we got him. Now we've got the buff, so I want to jump him. Oh, and we one-shotted him? Amazing, with a critical hit. Yeah. 36. He only has 36 health or less? Insane. I thought it was more, at least. Alright. I mean, that worked out really well. So it's nice that he's good against multiple characters. It's gonna work out in a pinch. But really, what you need to be good at is 1v1s. Because that's how we want to fight the boss anyway. And the bosses are the only ones that matter, because they will always be the highest challenge. So it doesn't matter that we can kill a ton of goons if we die to one boss character. Now we gotta switch. Because after this he is gonna jump me, but haha! I can do that too. You just don't learn. You'll reload the bow. Oh, and here's the stairs down. We want to clear the dungeon this time before we go down, because I really want to level before the boss. Oh. Let's shout. See if anyone comes running. Now, if I was a geomancer, I could just get rid of this trap. But we have a disarm chance of 111%. That worked out. Okay, some loot. Here's a goon. Yeah, so having landed 3 arrow shots on him already, gonna kill him very easily. Yeah. 3 damage. Good stuff. Oh, why am I doing this? Don't do it. Don't make the noise. Ah, speaking of. Okay, we got second wind. So I'm wondering if we will start getting, or stop getting second wind after we break below 50% sanity, or whether it's tied to morale. Let's see. Sanity is reduced by terrifying enemies, unholy damage, head injuries, negative magic effects, high pain level, and intoxication. Morale is your character's fighting spirit. Sanity is the degree of clarity to which your character perceives the reality. Prudence is probably a sanity buff. I don't know about second wind. Health and energy are replenished. All negative status effects are temporarily negated. Certain doom, not today. But it doesn't say whether it's tied to morale or sanity. It could be morale. I don't see why it wouldn't. But it could also be sanity. Both would make equal amount of sense to me. Let's eat something that is boiling in some time. In a short time. Yeah. Oh, and extra lockpicks. Very good. Enemy. Come get some. Good stuff. I'm thinking about the bow. It's not very Berserker-like, but I mean, we can't go without a bow because I have no other way to aggro people from a distance. So no matter how much I want to make the bow obsolete, it is necessary for that thing alone. Unless I want to go in a complete opposite route and say, screw the balance, let's just have fun and see if we can live without a bow, which is entirely a thing we could do. Maybe that is what I want to do, and just be the Berserker all the way. I don't know, man. We don't need Mind Ward. Let's drop 3 Flyer Garricks. Okay, and let's drop 2 and pick up that Spiked Club, which is gonna sell for something. Okay. Yeah, we'll keep it. Oh no. Okay, ow. I thought I had checked for traps in here, but maybe we were just unlucky and didn't find it. Oh, I can't treat the injury. Well, we can live through it. If I don't die from this bleed here. Then we're gonna rest and the pain will increase. How much does Flyer Garrick get rid of? Only 15%, so let's eat one now. Bog Bean also lowers pain gain. And I'll use 1 healing salve on it. Now how do we do? If I rest, pain is at least going down. While the condition of the limb should increase. Yeah. Now pain is coming back. This is bad. Okay, it's coming back very slowly. We're gonna try to push on. But now I can't be in melee combat at the moment. While this is in effect. Oh, we have cleared the floor, so I can loot the floor and we'll take status of events by then. Maybe we find a splint, that would be something. That's very rare though, that I find splints in dungeons. Or healing salves. Yeah, we can wait a little bit and then eat another mushroom. Water. But intoxication is already sort of high. We will take a Flyer Garrick when the pain becomes a problem. So let's just move on. With a damaged foot. Not ideal. If we spotted a trap somewhere here, down here. Now we could lure people into that trap. The way it's positioned. Now I'm checking for traps everywhere. How are we doing on pain and such? It's not a problem yet. We are taking a straight debuff from just having the injury. Morale is dropping as well. Ouch. Okay. We need more enemies if we want to get the level before the boss. Here's an enemy. Money on the barrel, chump. Don't know that expression. Okay, not a lot of hits. I think I'll draw him to the trap. We're not in a hurry. Here. Go here. And I think we can get one more shot off, and then I have to switch. Yeah. Good. That's a one-time trap, though, so we can't do it again. Should have maybe saved it for a stronger opponent. The mild leg injury is now stabilized, and pain is in check. Good. You have to drop arrows like that for it to work, trust me. On we go. Oh, and it's the boss, and I messed it up. Uh-oh. And we still have that leg injury. It's not that bad, but I won't get a shot off on him either. There's no trap to lure him into. Do we take the fight and risk death in the first episode? No level yet, and we are not that close. I can't get away from him. If I make it to the stairs, he would follow me up. So I suppose we will have to try. We get one shot at him with the bow. We didn't hit. Okay. Here we go. I don't feel like this is gonna work. Oh, we got a bleed on him in the first round, and he used an ability armor break on me. Oh. Okay, so that would have destroyed some of my armor, for sure. Depends on what limb he hit. Might have been the shoes here. Okay, did he take an injury? No, so we will try to get an injury on him in a different way. He hit me hard here with the other ability he had. Onslaught. That burns target's energy, that's why I lost so much. And has a chance to inflict knockback. And if he had knocked me back, he would have gotten more stuff out of it, but he didn't, so that's lucky. That was a rough hit, though. Can't really do a lot. Let's attempt to hit him. Okay, we dodged. Did we get injuries on him? No, still not. I'm gonna wait for the mutilating lunge to come off of cooldown here, so let's attack him again. Still no injury. He's bleeding at least, that's nice. Mutilating lunge. Still no injury, but we got 2 stacks of bleed on him. I'm just going to do the cut through now because we're getting into desperate territory here. And that did get the mutilating lunge off of cooldown again, so we can do one more time. Now he took an injury, of course, and he's got 4% health. Okay. So Jorgem, with his hard-hitting abilities, is able to kill the boss early on because he can do enough damage. And that's quite nice. It got close though. He could have finished me off with one hit if he had gotten lucky. So yeah. We made it through though. Oh, and the quest item. This will sell for almost nothing. Not the best loot in this dungeon. Oh, whoops. Now we have our first insanity, masochism. We've had that one before. The other characters, still cool. We are in pain. How can we remedy that? Let's eat a mushroom. Oh, herbal extract. We don't need that. A beet, though, would be fine. Or need. I didn't check what we sold it for at the tavern. But it can't be that much. Oh, I shouldn't. Let's wait. We still haven't gotten full health after that fight, so let's rest up real quick. Our foot is still injured, though stabilized. Yeah. And there's the level up. Of course. So can we get the stance already? Oh jeez, okay. Whoops. Let's level up in the middle of a fight. We will get strength, of course. And then I think 1 agility is really nice to have early on. This is crit chance, dodge chance, counter chance, fumble chance. But also lockpicking and disarming, which will mean money in the long run. Maybe let's double down on strength for now. That's kind of combo with all the abilities, and we can indeed get the stance here. So of course I'm taking that. Then we switch to melee 1 turn earlier, because I need to put up the stance before they reach me in melee. So here. Then mutilating lunge. And then I think I gotta follow up with cut through immediately here. And we're dead. Oh, he got me with the arrow. They never hit with those arrows. Alright, you know what? That's gonna be the first episode of what's his name? Jorgrim's Adventures. We're gonna do another run, of course. But that's the first time I lose early, and I knew it. He's so weak early, Jorgrim. But it's fine, we can do it again. That'll be in the next episode. This is going to be one of their own, and that's fine. So I hope you guys enjoyed the first attempt at Jorgrim. Let me know if you had any notes. I'm happy to adjust. And with that, see you in the next one, and bye-bye.